Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? We're back with our weekly Big Gamer Small Talk podcast. We've been having some technical difficulties behind the scene. We're getting Google Hangout to work for us, but we're all here in Google Hangout, and hopefully at the end of the show everything goes smooth. We'll be able to take some of you guys' calls live on the air. All right, so what do we have up first? What's on today's agenda? Are you guys still here?
Yeah, we're here. Well, I guess, fellas, we should talk about Microsoft trolling Xbox fans. What do you guys feel about that?
Oh.
With the announcement of Gears of War?
Yeah, okay, well, I'm sorry, I can't be that bad. I'm sorry, man. For the fans. Anyway, no, basically, what happened is everybody kind of jumped the gun. Somebody messaged Phil Spencer on Xbox Live and about the Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection. Phil Spencer said, "Hey, we can't really confirm that yet." And then so everybody, myself included, ran with that, saying, "Hey, it looks like that's coming." And then Rod Ferguson's like worded it really oddly. Black Tusk Studios isn't working on a Marcus Phoenix collection at this time, right? So the funny thing to me was that it was pretty obvious that Black Tusk wouldn't be doing that anyway. Why would you let your studio working on Gears 4 do a simple up-res and, you know what I'm saying? There's studios that do that kind of thing specifically. You know what I mean? So
didn't 343 handed off crap? They handed that.
Yeah, see, a lot of people blame 343 for Master Chief Collection. There was a couple different things to blame. One was the updated version of Xbox Live that was supposed to be ready that wasn't for the online multiplayer, and the fact that it was Certain Affinity and Saber Interactive who did most of the work on that. You know what I mean?
Right, that's right.
Yeah, so it's the same thing with Black Tusk Studios. I'm sure that they would have maybe a person putting the stamp of quality or looking over or going in back and forth a little bit, but for the most part it would probably be a different developer that does that kind of thing. Because if you look at, say, Titanfall on the Xbox 360, Bluepoint did that, right? Yeah. They specialize in ports. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, my thing was I don't like the games, you know what I'm saying, that they be playing sometimes where we all knew a Gears of War collection was coming out.
That's right.
No, hands down, we all knew that a Gears of War collection would be coming. As soon as they bought the dang on rights to everything, we knew this game was coming in a collection. Now, regardless if it was going to be called the Marcus Phoenix or just Gears of War Anniversary, how they want to do it, we all knew it was coming. Don't play with us, man. That was my whole thing. Here it is. You got Sony. You know what I'm saying? They throwing out, remasters like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even hide the trash. They was like, you know what? We got a remaster coming in about another couple of months or something. And everybody get hyped about it. We all knew it was coming. I don't see what the secrecy is so much. I hate Microsoft doing that, man. I really do. I was like, just say, hey, it's coming. We all getting excited for it. Don't tell us, a couple of months in advance, and then we all rushing for it. We can plan our money around this trash because there's a lot of games coming out that we want to plan for, but you're not giving us a proper amount of time to plan for.
Here's the problem I see with that, though. All right, like they want, we say that now, or you guys say that now. I don't, and then when they announce it before E3, and then there's no E3 surprises, we'll be bitching about that. Here's what I'm saying.
Not really. I mean, but this is what I'm saying. They say they got a lot of games to announce. Showing the footage of the remastered is good enough for E3. Just announce the dang on game. I mean, you can show us the progress at E3.
That's my thing. And again, maybe I just went through 9 years of last generation, bro. I'm like, if I really, really want to go back and play Gears, I mean, most of you guys still have your 360. I don't have mine for obvious reasons, but me personally, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a cash grab, but is this what this generation is all about? Remasters, and I'd rather, honestly, I'd rather have Gears of War 4 than I would.
I think what it comes down to is I've been watching a lot of the YouTube, like what's happening right now with these remasters. Here's my take on it from not being on YouTube. I get to put it out there. What it is these companies, Microsoft and Sony, heard the demand for backwards compatibility. They both didn't put that ability necessarily. Doesn't mean they can't do a workaround, but they didn't necessarily put it into their machines They know there's a market, and when I say a market, a big market. Microsoft especially knows. Okay, here's the difference, Z. Here's the difference. And I know people are going to call us fanboys for this, but Halo Master Chief Collection was an actual thank you to the fans. Okay, 4 games, a true 10-year collection of a couple of years. In 2011, it was the CE, and then we got the 2014 was the Halo 2. That was a true thank you to the fans. Now, here's another one, Gears of War, a true 10 years. You could tell Sony's doing it for a money grab, and this is, not bash them all the time, but they're doing it because they have no games coming out this year. They're claiming it's the 10-year anniversary, but yet they're not making the game for the 10-year anniversry God of War 1. They're making it for God of War 3.
It is
a money grab on their side. And but that's what I think. It's not, like I said, I don't think this is the generation of remasters. I think this is just the generation that was loud about getting backwards compatibility, and the developers. Look at Borderlands comes out this week. I mean, give me a break, man. That came out 6 months ago, that pre-sequel, and now I may even be one of those people. I might be right in line to get that. And it's just because I'm done playing the 360, but apparently the whole world is not. The 360 has so many people still playing on it. So I think they're catering to the 360 people, trying to reach them and bring them up forward. And then we all spoke about this backwards compatibility. They know there's a market for it. So I think that's where it's coming out to.
Can I say something real quick before y'all go there? My whole take on it is this. Microsoft was onto something great when they did the Halo remaster. The Halo 1 getting the full, Halo 2 getting the full remaster treatment. The way it did, and they brought it all back up, man. That game looked beautifully stunning. I mean, they rebuilt that thing from the ground up. So we expecting, one of the gears to be rebuilt from the ground up and everything else getting touched up. So we looking forward to that as a part of a collection. Because they did it with Halo. So I think a lot of fans is expecting the same thing with Gears. Because that's like your left hand and your right hand with them 2 franchises. You hitting people with both hands. So people are expecting a great one of them. I don't care which Gears they decide to choose. From 1, 2, and 3. Remaster that bad baby up to this next gen hardware to take advantage of what the Xbox One is capable of doing, and pushing that out, and then putting the rest of them out as just a sit here as an anniversary to say thank you, just like they did Halo. I don't see anything wrong with that. But just to put remasters out, like just to be putting them out for just to be like how Sony doing it. I mean, that feels cheap. Because they just putting them out just to be putting them out. Like, here's a remaster, here's a remaster, here's a remaster. At least Microsoft is taking surveys and stuff to just keep it under control with the remasters. But come on, y'all. I mean, that's my whole take on it.
But here's the thing, though, Show. The 10-year anniversary of the Gears of War, I guess, won't be until
next year. Next year.
But again, Gears 4 is coming out next year.
I actually think Gears 4 is not till 2017.
Here's the thing, crap. They can't. They said they're going to announce the date. They're not going to announce the date for a game coming out 2 years from now. That doesn't make any fun.
Well, they did with Crackdown. They announced that, and I don't think that's coming out till 2016.
They didn't announce the date for Crackdown. They just showed some.
Yeah, well, they haven't really announced. This is what I think with Gears 4, right? Gears Judgment came out in 2013. Then Black Tusk and them, they've only been working on this for a year. I think it's going to take 3 years.
Here's the thing: you got a whole studio dedicated to, and with unlimited resources, they can get a AAA game.
I agree, but they cannot fuck up their first outing with Gears. They can't do it.
I don't think all you need is 2 years to make a AAA game. Honestly, you got the budget. Microsoft, has the money to do it. But what I'm saying is that we're getting the release date for Gears this year at E3. They already said. They're not going to give us a release date for something that's coming out in 2017. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, here's the other thing, though. You make a good point there, Crap, but if you do the timeline, Microsoft bought the IP for Gears of War, what was it, February of 2014? 2014.
Yeah, 2014.
So 2014, they bought the IP then. It was like February. So 2015, we're looking at, all right, so that'll be 1 year we just passed. Now we're going to have 2016 February's 2 years, and if they release it for holiday, it's almost 3 years. That makes sense. I mean, they're just short, but there's plenty of time with enough people.
Well, there's more than enough time. We're not talking about some small company. Right. Microsoft here.
I'm just saying, I want it to be their best outing. It has to have. It has to be everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
It has to be everything that Judgment wasn't.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Epic didn't do Judgment. That was a cash grab by Microsoft. We didn't need a fourth. We didn't need a fourth Gears of War on the 360. We didn't. I'm just being honest here. I didn't even buy it. It didn't make any sense. But here's the thing again. What I was saying is that I've never seen this again in a generation where we have these new consoles where we buying shit that we already played last generation. Something. Now some I guess remasters will make sense because some games like Grand Theft Auto came out and right when the next generation consoles were about to be launched or whatever the case may be. Cool, and I hear a lot of Sony fans saying, well, they're giving all the new plays. That's bullshit. Ain't no all these 360 people bought no goddamn PS4. You understand what I'm saying? Last year, most people own both consoles. And two, if it was so influx of new gamers that came from the 360, PS Plus numbers would be much higher than 11 million. You understand what I'm saying? And that's between three consoles, between the PS3, the Vita, and the PS4. So maybe at 11 million, the shop 11 million. So you didn't get all these three people that left the Xbox to join the fucking the PlayStation Nation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm not gonna. What I'm saying, I'm not saying I wouldn't mind a Gears of War collection. It would probably get me back into the franchise. But what I'm saying is, when is enough enough? You know what I mean? Like, God damn. This is
what I'll say. I've been so unimpressed with this generation. I've kind of switched how I feel about the remakes and stuff. Because at least you know what you're getting. Give me a Mass Effect remake. I would love it. Give me a Mass Effect.
That's coming too.
I want too many of these.
I'll play the hell out of that.
Gears is it for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? After that, it's a wrap.
Hell, if they would have said God of War collection, I would have been all for that. But one game for $40, get out of here.
But here's the thing, though. Even with the Mass Effect,
I ain't paying $40 for no dang on God of War 3, man.
You guys know how I feel about God of War. And
I love God of War.
If they give it the, like Microsoft did with the, with Halo 2, then it makes sense for me buying it. But if they do like they did The Last of Us, I'm not buying that shit.
No, it's just a 1080p. It's just a 1080p
they not giving it the full next gen upgrade. They just putting 1080p on that bad baby.
Yeah,
they just shining on it.
The same before, but in 1080p.
But hey, shout out to my boy Mr. Don't Play. He did a comparison video where he did some screenshots, right? Where he showed PlayStation 3 version and he showed the PlayStation 4 version, and all it did was look like they just messed with the shaders or something, man. It ain't even look no difference or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no 2 times the levels of anti-aliasing or none of that trash they be going around saying. It was just a spit shine.
Hey, why do you guys think they picked that one? Why not Ascension? Because Ascension, a lot of people, nobody bought that one.
That's crap. I did a video. They said, what's the guy, Shinobi, the Insider, whatever the hell? He said that's coming too, being handled by studio. But here's the question. If you pay attention to the trailer that Sony showed, they have pictures. They have trailers, pieces from all the God of War games. Not just God of War 3. They have some God of War 2. All that,
They could have just been showing you because it was the anniversary, all his journey.
That's more the PR train doing its magic, Z. That's all that is. They've got their people going in there. It's to bring up this false hype. Remember, from Tuesday of this week until, who knows, maybe June of 2016, they've got nothing coming. Nothing. Wow. I don't want to hear nothing from our boy in the comment section either. With Eco 5. I don't want to hear. Anime your life. No, I don't want to know what this shit, man. We got nothing coming.
Tropico 5. We got it. I'm gonna play the mess out of that. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's SpongeBob the remake.
gamers, whether you're Xbox, whether you're you see to add on what you said, crap. It got leaked by I think Amazon Spain that we're supposed to be getting a Mass Effect collection remastered in HD for these next generation consoles, supposed to be this holiday season. But anyway, what I'm saying is I think that us, as all of us as gamers, whatever platform, even Nintendo got some of the Wind Waker love remastered or whatever they did. Nintendo only did one. Well, they did 2 games. That Mario for the launch of the Wii U was nothing but a remake of the other one. But what I'm saying is that we're going to have to put our foot down. They're asking $60 and $50 or whatever the hell for these games.
$40 for these games.
If you say $20, but bro, listen, I bought a PS4 and the Xbox One to take advantage of some games using DirectX 11. I remember all these PC gamers talking about, hey, DirectX 11, DirectX 11. Now we got consoles that are capable of doing DirectX 11, but we are being bogged down by last generation. You take a game like Tomb Raider, right? You take a game like Tomb Raider. Yes, I understand it's being handled by 2 separate teams, right? You're happy about that. But no matter how far, well, you know, what's the name of the company?
Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah, it's only but so far they can go because that game still had to be made within the parameters of.
Well, they said no, they're not. They said they're not making it for anything.
No, what I'm saying is just that it's still coming to the 360, so it still had to be made in the parameters of DirectX 9. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of
a version of it, yeah. I mean, who knows?
It's gonna be the same as that game. This 360 had the Xbox One version is gonna have prettier graphics. Same goddamn game.
Well, check this out though. If you play the 360 version of Forza Horizon 2, it's completely different than the one on the Xbox One because you don't get the full map. There's no rain. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
But here's the thing. That's because of the disc size of the Blu-ray disc, and that's on dual layer disc. I get that. I understand that it's basically the same game. You know what I mean? We got dedicated servers on the 360 version. I mean, on the Xbox One version. You know, but what I'm saying is that these games still have to be made in the parameters, like I said, of DirectX 9. You know what I mean? It's like once they stop, and I had 2 developers tell me this personally. Shout out to my man Jay. Once they stop developing games for the last generation, and this is what developers, not just my opinion, to me it just makes common sense. I don't give a fuck if you got 3 teams working on game. That game still had to be built in parameters of DirectX 9, regardless, which is the PS3 and the 360. Even though the PS3 doesn't use DirectX, they have their own thing, it's still, DirectX is the industry standard. Well, this is what I'm saying. And these are developers telling me this, you know what I mean, that do this shit for a living. Once they stop making games for last generation, this cross-port shit and cross-development, that we haven't yet to see what these next consoles can do, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Well, they better hurry up and wake up, man. We're a year and a half into the new consoles, and I'm not impressed.
10 years since the 360 came out. Let that motherfucker die.
They won't, man. It's a cash cow.
Listen, I'm torn on this. Now, see, hold on a second. Let me break this down because you got what you just said holds water. But I don't personally have a problem with Tomb Raider Definitive Edition or this Borderlands coming back or the Gears or even I don't agree with the way Sony's going about the $40 cash grab. But bringing back that. But here's what I do got a problem with. What you're saying. Let's drop the 360. That's got to go away. No more cross-generation for new IP, or not new IP, but new games coming out. The remaster thing, like I said, that's up to you as a consumer, okay? If they want to slap some paint on it and charge you $40, you're going to stand there in the store, look at it, and go, yeah, that's a game I wouldn't mind adding to my Xbox One collection. I don't mind playing that again. And I'll give you an example. I went to my boy's house when Borderlands 2 came out. I was playing it on 360. I went over to his house. He was playing it on PC, okay? And I'm sitting there, and I was happy as shit. I was playing the game. I was like, this game plays fantastic. A lot of fun. No problem. It's my thing. I went over to his house. This kid had his PC up. The flags as you're walking by are waving in your face like the snow is coming down on the screen. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, this is the same game? And he's like, yeah, that's why I bought it on PC. And I was like, damn. Like, I don't mind if they want to take an old game that I enjoyed, charge me, in this case, it's $60 for 2 games or $30 for 1, and I get those benefits of what the NVIDIA card, we don't have an NVIDIA card, but what the PC people were seeing with the dynamics and all that shit going on that we couldn't get in 360. I'm okay with that. I'm, as a consumer, like, I didn't want nothing to do with Sleeping Dogs. They redid it, I moved on. That was over with. I got it for free on 360 when they gave it to us. I haven't even touched it. I probably never will. That's my choice as a consumer. But like you said, with Tomb Raider coming out, and they're forcing it down our throats with the whole, you know, like they have another company make it on 360. You know, they're prolonging, they're keeping 360 on life support. That's what's got to come to an end.
But it's like, but the reason why let's not get it twisted. And this may not be, you know, sit well with a lot of you guys, because I've been a big advocate against used games. The reason why these companies are doing these remasters to make their money back they did make with last generation. You know, from game sales. You understand what I'm saying? You know, whether you tend to believe it or not, GameStop takes a big chunk out of. Yeah. They make over $1 billion or something out of the game, out of, you know, these developers' pockets. When you trade your games in the GameStop, you're not guaranteed to spend that money back with new games. You can buy used games. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said before, not only is Activision competing against EA, they're also competing against the motherfucker that's selling their product. You know what I mean? Here it is. All right, you want to buy Battlefield? EA got theirs brand new for $65. Well, no, we're gonna charge you $50. So guess what? DICE just missed out on that whole $50, and you as a consumer, you get to take advantage of all the DLC. No, not the DLC. Well, you know, the servers and all that stuff. Like I said, this is a business, and it's not fair to the people that make these games. That's why, you know, we have so many companies going bellying up. You know what I mean? You know, look at the people that make Murder Soul Suspect. They put their goddamn game out on Tuesday. Their doors would close by next Friday. I bullshit you not. I'm not exaggerating. They dropped their game on a motherfucking Tuesday. They was hanging out pink slips by motherfucking the following Friday.
Yeah, they couldn't even get a damn the courtesy of what Evolution Studios got for Drive Club, man. A couple months hanging around there.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, that's something that right on the wall, you know, as far as that. Did the game underperform? You know, I think the way to judge if a game is successful, if it warrants a sequel, if it sells well enough to make a sequel. I don't know what Sony spent developing that game, because the game got pushed back several times, and they still put out what was that? That was supposed to be a launch game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a launch title. It got delayed almost a year.
Yeah, and they still, you know, and came out broken a year later, and it still came out, you know, fucked up, you know. So, what do we warrant a successful, you know, IP without, you know, a studio closing? They take all this money. Does it sell it good enough to get a sequel? I guess Drive Club was supposed to be the successor of MotorStorm. And
I don't know. They were trying something new, I guess. I
mean, what happened to the Motorsport franchise? That's what's gone.
Yeah, I suppose they're gone now.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I just, you know,
here's the problem with the remakes that I'm having, and I you know, it's the dang on frame rates, man. I mean, goodness, they want us to pay the $60, but you know what they are promising us is that it's going to be 60 frames or even 30 frames, man. But you see a lot of these remakes, man. The frame rates is just going up and down, and it look like these next generation consoles can't handle it because it's not built for this next generation. They're still porting it a little bit, but it's putting a little spit shine on it, and that to me is just trash, man. If they're going to rebuild these games from the ground up like they did, like Microsoft did Halo, that's fine, but don't just put 1080p on it and say, give me $40 or give me $60. It's in 1080p, 60 frames. I don't want that trash. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. If you're gonna remake it, remake that bad baby from the ground up, man, and make where you add some things in there, man, that's gonna make the game feel different. When I played
think that's an expensive
the Halo,
endeavor.
It is, but
you know, I think. But
you want $60 though. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
that's expensive to us as well.
The price for it shouldn't be $60 for just one game. But if you're gonna,
it should be $20
then.
If you're gonna put 1080p on there.
That's why I like the whole the collection idea, because you're gonna get 2-3 games for $60, like Mass Effect. That's why I would buy that. I'm not, like I said, even though I'm a big, I think Xbox is the best box this generation. but I still don't think any of these consoles have had shit. You know, even the games that are specifically made only for these consoles. I mean, there's a couple bright spots here and there, but for the most part, I cannot tell you how disappointed I am with what this generation has bought. I was telling Next Gen the other day, I broke out my fucking launch games for the 360 for the first year. The first year of launch games, right? Check this out. It was Perfect Dark Zero, Cameo.
You better not say that gun game, man. That gun game was trash. That Western.
And the first Saints Row was exclusive on the Xbox. Call of Duty 2, Dead or Alive, which was exclusive on the Xbox.
But listen, can I be the devil's advocate here? Are you disappointed because you got caught robbing from other YouTubers?
Well, not really.
But now, Crap,
stop next year. Y'all wildin', bro.
Bro, Crap, know you motherfucking dude, man. But Crap did say that. If you do, know what, Crap, though? If you do look at some of the launch games for the Xbox 360, they did have DOA 4.
Yeah. They had Saints Row, Prey, Perfect Dark, Cameo, Call of Duty 2, and this is just, those are mostly launched.
Saints Row came out in the summer. It wasn't a launch, but it came out.
But I know, I'm saying within the first year, because we're already a year and a half into the Xbox One, PS4 life, right?
For this generation. Well, let's look at you guys' collection. I don't have my collection anymore. Wow.
It's like, as far as like exclusive, it's Rise, Dead Rising 3, Killer Instinct, Forza Motorsport 5, Forza Horizon 2, Sunset Overdrive.
Forza Horizon 2, great game.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. It is. It's a great game.
So, how would you rate Titanfall?
I like Titanfall a lot.
Okay, what about Plant vs. Zombies? I think that's a bright spot.
I think it is, but again, that's like an online-only game.
Yeah.
You know, like some of these online-only games, I think that's where some of the problem comes in, too. It's like they're going to have limited appeal for long-term because, you know, I'm one of the people that play the Call of Duty. I'll play Call of Duty, the campaign first.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about it? I never played the campaign on Call of Duty, but I got that. You get that warm fuzzy feeling when you're putting your $60 down. That in the event that you want to, you have it. I can guarantee you guys, and this is no rumors, no nothing. This is from the heart. I can tell you that Titanfall 2 is going to have a campaign, a legitimate campaign.
Oh yeah. Plus, we got to mention that.
We got to talk about that shit.
Then it's going to be the definitive version is going to be on PS4, obviously.
Of course.
We didn't talk about. We can do a segue into that because this is the bullshit. According to Microsoft, quote unquote, well, not even Microsoft, according to Respawn Entertainment, this game couldn't be done without the Azure, with the cloud computing from Microsoft. Last time I checked, Sony doesn't have, unlimited, servers like, hundreds of thousands of servers that they could give Respawn Entertainment at the time because according to them, they went to Sony and, this is their plans, this is their games, what they work on, this is what they want, and Sony couldn't meet their demands. So we all know that Titanfall 2 is going to be a multi-plat. So how are they going to do this game now?
It's going to be using EA servers who has terrible servers, and then in a year's time they'll shut it down.
So you're not buying.
Oh, we got exclusive rights, man. Because I just think I don't know how they're gonna do it to keep the
Here's
pace
the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's gonna be a little slower. Kind of like Call of Duty speed. It ain't gonna be no.
Here's
like
the thing. They won't use Microsoft servers for Microsoft's console. They'll use EA's just like they do for Plants vs. Zombies. And a lot of those other games, and they don't have great servers. I'm not gonna lie. So you're seeing this game being on the. Oh, I'm sure the PS4 fans who swore up and down it sucked and it was terrible, and they were gonna play it on PC.
It's gonna be a debacle when it come out then, boy.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna love it. I mean, they're not gonna care that it's running on terrible servers because they get to play it.
Nah, man. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I just think, a lot of dishonest shit going on.
More disappointment, dude. That's all that is. More disappointment.
I feel for the Titanfall 2.
Like, see, people are like, oh, well, you're just salty because it's going on the PS4. I don't care, but why does it have to use crappy servers when the Xbox ones had no problems?
Oh, what did that developer tell me, Crap? You guys remember?
Because it's not fair to the people on the other consoles. I get.
New to our show.
That's some bullshit.
It's my favorite game. That's my cup of coffee. That's my game of spades. I love me playing a great game of 2K basketball. And 2K's been having horrible servers dating back to 2K5. Before then, like they always had shit servers. You know what I mean? You know, in EA, I would, as far as when it comes to sport games, has always had the Madden and Live always ran better online. You know, for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna say the developer's name. I'm not gonna do that because we are friends on Twitter, and I maybe get in a little trouble for saying this, but fuck it. I asked him, you know, inbox and say, hey, I showed him a picture of both copies of 2K14 and say, hey, if Microsoft, I'm not mistaken, you know, when they was promoting the console, you know, back in 2013, they said that, you know, we thought all games were going to be on dedicated server. I remember me doing videos about it. If they give developers third-party access to these dedicated servers, why won't you use them? That motherfucker told me, he said, it wouldn't be fair to Sony. He said, we could use those things. It would be fair to Sony and their fans. I said, damn, those things? It was like they was pistols, like he brought like Microsoft put a gun to a knife fight and something. Like, man, they can use them. Whoa. We couldn't use those things. I'm like, well, damn, you know, like I think that's wrong. Even down to we talking about somebody a console holding a console back. The PS4 always hold the Xbox back. Even look at 2K15 when they had the face scan. You know, I know the Kinect can take much better pictures than that, but they had to tone that bitch down to fit the iToy. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the same thing with what this developer said with DirectX 12. The PS4 has no equivalent to that.
Yeah.
So companies are going to see there's 20 million, allegedly, 20 million PS4 sold, so they're not going to want to exclude them. So basically what they're going to do is not going to take advantage of DirectX 12. A lot of them aren't going to use it.
From my understanding, this is just my understanding of DirectX 12. If you're making a game that's CPU bound, right? Why wouldn't you take advantage of it if you're gonna, you know, and the game is not GPU bound but a CPU bound? Why wouldn't you take advantage of it?
Well, if it's a multiplayer,
just don't make. Yeah, I mean, even if it's a multiplayer, you're using an engine that that had adopted DirectX 12, and you know, you also making this game for PC. Why wouldn't you?
Well, if it was just PC and Xbox, you could, but the PS4 has no equivalent to DirectX 12, the newest version, and so you have to.
So not only is they holding Xbox back, but they holding PC back as well, then, huh?
Yeah, well, you have to look at it this way. Most teams aren't large enough to do two concurrent games, two different versions of the same game, right? So that's what you would need because you have to build it from the ground up with DirectX 12 in mind.
Yeah, right.
So they would have.
But a lot of these developers, they build it for the PC first. Am I right?
Yeah.
They build a PC version for it first, and then they port it, or you know, do something to get it on consoles. You know what I'm saying? Port it to consoles, and whatever they have to do for that. Why couldn't, you know, if you built it that way, the PC version go over and you just port that bad baby down like you was going to do anyway?
So what I heard from a developer that a lot of these next generation engines implementing DX12 into their, you know, engines because it saved them money in the long run. Started that game, what's that? Elite Dangerous or something, whatever that game was. They was able to port it from PC to the Xbox One.
One day. That's right.
You know, so you know.
Well, the thing is,
I don't see why they wouldn't. I understand people coming out saying it, but
do you remember
Do
you remember Phil Spencer said early on when they were talking about, are you going to grab exclusives, are you going to do this and that? And he said, I really just want to keep a lot of our own IPs, and I want to work with our IPs, because as long as the game's coming out, I think you're going to see more and more Microsoft either purchasing or bringing back from the dead their old IPs, because when they're in control, they can make that game as all DX12 as they want. They can load that up. They can do everything from scratch. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot
much
more
the way
of
that. you saw Sony's first-party studios do a really good job with the PS3 last gen.
Yeah, but here's the difference, Crap. The difference was we saw what you're talking about in both consoles, PS3 and the Xbox 360. We saw it in Halo 4, and we saw it in The Last of Us, and that was at the tail end. The difference here is Microsoft's ready to show their big guns 2 years in to this generation, and Sony with Vulkan or whatever it is they're going to have, which they're going to have problems with that, by the way. That's not an easy... See, Microsoft did their homework. That's why when people are like, oh, Sony will have theirs too. They may. You can't just wave your hand here and say they're going to get it. So Microsoft took the time to make sure that DX12 was in Unity, in Unreal Engine 4, possibly in Frostbite. So when they go to just flip the switch to make it sound so easy, they're going to get that. But Vulkan and all this, this has not been implemented. It's not tested. Nobody knows. So if Sony was to get this, what their version of the X12 will be in the future, it's the future. You're talking 2, 3, 4 years from now.
Why would they even bother? Because they're holding. If they can hold back the Xbox One, by not doing that, why would they?
Let me answer you. The only way that they can, the reason that they would have to step on the gas is if Microsoft really in the next 2 years, between Scalebound, Crackdown, what we see what they do with Tomb Raider, Halo 5, and Gears, what we see with these next 4 or 5 games is how much they implement the X12 and they do it hard. So that all the, now all these customers, people, word on the street is, holy shit, do you see what Xbox is putting out? If they blow Sony out of the water in the next 2 years with these 5 games, it could be that like literally that trampoline that boosts Microsoft right past them, and then it pushes Sony's hand to have to get into the Vulkan world. Look at everything Sony's done is because they've been pushed into a corner. Nobody knows, not even the executives know, why people are buying 20 million consoles. Why they're buying? Nobody.
I know why.
Idea.
I saw somebody mention it. It's because of the hate from Microsoft.
The media.
And, yeah, it's the hate from Microsoft, and it's the hype of the PlayStation 4. It's the whole Apple syndrome again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's popular. When you got people in Big Gamers or Bang Bang Group say, hey, Xbox, you guys lose again because PS4 is outselling you with no games. They're basically admitting that they have no games.
Yeah.
But they don't care about that. All they care about is the sales that it's outselling you. Yeah.
I kill them with that all the time, man, because that's their only fallback. They're like, we don't care about nothing. 20 million sold, baby.
That's why.
I be killing them with that trash, man, because that's their whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? Is how many that they sold. They don't talk about no games, no nothing. And all the games they talk about, you be like, really? You talking about that?
Hey, look, just being honest, if you're a PlayStation 4 owner or a fanboy, you got to look at that lineup of exclusive games and that they've had so far and just say, what the hell, Sony? I mean, I don't care. Look, I'm going to look at Microsoft, who's had better lineup, and I'm going to still say I'm not completely satisfied with it. You know what I mean? But Sony fans probably won't do that. But if I'm looking at that and I'm saying, wow, I've got to literally wait 3 years for Uncharted, maybe 4 or 5 years for a God of War, a real new God of War. You know, wait, what, 4 years for a Gran Turismo? I'm going to be like, wow, man, you guys are unprepared.
Oh, let me ask you guys a question. Did anybody notice when the God of War 3 trailer came out, the remake, didn't it say Santa Monica Studios?
Well, yeah, they were the original makers behind it.
Well, I know that, but the reason I bring that up is here we are talking about how 343 didn't do Halo Master Chief. We're talking about how Gears is not going to be done by Black Tusk. So now, if you have the actual studio wasting 2015 working on the possible Ascensions coming and then the God of War 3 remake, then Santa Monica's not working on God of War 4.
Well, I think this is what I think. The majority of Santa Monica probably are or have started God of War 4, or at least in production stage, and then you have somebody overlooking it. Like if we get a Gears collection, even if Black Tusk isn't doing it, their stamp is getting on that box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that
it's still gonna be them.
This is the thing, though, right? God of War 4 or whatever the hell it's going to be isn't coming out till 2017 because God of War Ascension came out 2013. Then there was a bunch of layoffs in that studio, and then what was left of that studio was making Fat Princess, Ho Hokum, and what the hell? Oh, and the rest of them were helping Ready at Dawn complete the order on time, right?
Every time I hear Fat Princess, man, I be like, y'all got to be kidding me with this game. Then they want to talk about Screen Ride and all this other little trash we got, man. But come on, man, Fat Princess and Ho Hokum.
Ho Hokum, bro.
I mean, y'all sit y'all butts down somewhere, man. Just shut up.
You said, just shut up.
Shut up, man. God, man.
You know what's crazy? At the end of the day, even if you listen, and even if you're a PlayStation fan, whatever, I mean, we all quote unquote take part in this quote unquote council war just for shits and giggles. I mean, I don't take it to heart, but a lot of you jokers do.
Yeah, they do.
If you look at what Sony has to offer, honestly, it's now they're remastering the Vita games and bringing it to the console.
Yeah, that like Tearaway and then that Gravity Rush game.
Maziago, he fucking he told his list. I keep asking for it's a fucking Vita game. What's the other one? Gravity.
Gravity Rush and
Gravity Rush.
Tearaway, yeah.
Didn't they have like motorcycle racer or club or something like that? Motorcycle club or something? Like, man, come on, y'all.
Get the hell out of here, man.
But man, like I said, Microsoft. Well, and I heard some more confirmation. I know some pictures came out for the Joe Montana football with those generic, those non-official football jerseys. I heard again that they're supposed to be the big surprise for E3. And I'm telling you guys, you guys may not be big football fans, but
good night.
That right there, that Joe Montana NFL 2K16 is going to be.
If it's an NFL game, I'll say it's going to be huge. If it's not going to be anything.
Oh no! If it's not, no. But I'm still going to buy it because I'm just fucking.
Well, here's the thing: the picture that I saw showed the Texan Stadium NFL logo.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like wondering what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was originally going to be a no-name game, and now they partnered up with Microsoft, and it's changed a little bit. I don't know.
You remember what the guy said from EA that was on Hip Hop Gamer's show?
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if all people Hip Hop Gamer is right?
Yeah, but he was saying, he was like, remember the developer said on the show, hey, want to compete if 2K they can make a better football game, buy the license, and
yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that EA dude was going in too, boy. He was like, "We ain't scared of competition. Buy the license." He was juice.
It's funny when you say, "Hey, buy the license," when you can't unless it's an exclusive thing,
Yeah, why the hell would you say buy the license? If there wasn't a loophole for someone to make a football game to compete, and he was saying that because he knew that Joe Montana, football was in the works. But like I said, this is going to be true. I heard about it again today from somebody that's supposed to be in the know. But we shall see. But what else we got on today's agenda?
Hey, we got the this Halo thing's about to happen in about a half hour.
There's a countdown going on, guys.
Hunt the Truth is going to be shown, the big Halo commercial reveal or whatever. It's going to be shown after The Walking Dead, I guess.
I thought that was a troll video from a Sony.
No,
I thought that was too.
It's Hunt the Truth, basically, and then it shows that bullet hitting Master Chief's helmet. Because there's rumor that the whole thing is Master Chief gets killed or something.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute, so crap, you're saying it's after The Walking Dead, but Walking Dead's on at 9 o'clock. So
I think it might be before The Walking Dead, yeah.
Before Walking Dead, okay.
Oh, shit, wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But how would they take Halo Master Chief? Because Halo ODST was horrible. I didn't like that shit.
Well, ODST was okay, but it was like, it wasn't Halo, but like how we were used to it, but I actually liked the campaign. But, I don't know, word is that the guy, the new guy, Locke, is going to be the main character.
Black guy?
Yeah, the black gentleman.
Oh man, that's funny.
He took a hard swallow.
He did. He swallowed. He said it softly, like, "Yes, the black gentleman." He was sucking on that vinegar for them collard greens.
Hey, you said that, not me, dude.
Crazy little. Crap was like, shit. The black gentleman.
That was good, crap.
The black gentleman.
Oh man, I'm done for the day, man. I'm through.
Hey, crap was completely correct the motherfucker. He said, the black gentleman.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm done.
Yeah, Yeah, he burned everybody's biscuit with that one. But anyway, that's Big Game Small Talk podcast. So, all right, so Master Chief was dying.
Possibly.
I mean, I didn't play Judgment. What happened? Did any of those main guys die in the end of Judgment?
Well, Judgment is a prequel leading up to Gears 1.
Yeah.
So who's going to be in Gears 4?
Well, you know, who knows? They say it's going to be Gear. It could be. It might not be Gears 4. It could be Gears something else because there's the Pendulum Wars that took place beforehand. It could be Gears 4, and there's a new threat but of course Dom is dead, so it would be like Marcus and Cole and Baird and those guys.
Hey, Cole Train, baby.
Cole Train, woo woo. Woo.
Cole Train's going to be in it. That's for damn sure, isn't it? The actor said he was showing up.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, apparently he's in it. So. He's one of my favorite characters. You know, I love black people, and he's in that game.
Yeah. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. Honestly, and I'm even with Microsoft, even understanding Halo is they're a big story, big universe, a bunch of comic books. It's like Star Wars. It's a bunch of books for Halo, right? But here's the thing, though. If they kill off Master Chief, something like what Sony with God of War 3, and I don't think Ascension was that bad. It's just that in 3. You kill all the gods. Like, you kill Zeus at the end. Like, you kill every god there was. So even if they were to make a God of War 4, they're going to have to put him somewhere. Maybe send his ass to Egypt, give him a turban.
That was originally going to be what the plan was. David Jaffe said that he had the idea to do the different mythologies with Kratos.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Like, but they can't. Yeah. Go back to Rome, and that was not because shit.
To be honest, they probably thought that series was pretty much done. But honestly, how can you have a PlayStation console without that? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a great answer. One thing I can say is envious, and I think Microsoft was kind of hoping that with Rise they have their own God of War, and I think if Rise could have been much better if it wasn't a launch game title, because what made Rise so repetitive is that you didn't get to upgrade your weapons. You had the same knife and sword, shield through the whole damn game. You know, they get different weapons and shit. That game would have been much better. If it kept the same action, just gave you better weapons, that game would have been much better. Because they even got the guy from God of War. Remember, they got layoffs, they got fired.
Yeah. Todd Pappy or whatever his name is.
Rise, you know. But again, that would be awesome if we get a Rise.
There's rumors that Microsoft has worked something out with them. I don't know, so it'll be interesting to see.
We're supposed to get a TV show and everything, but that whole TV thing went out the window. But
yeah. Well, of course, gamers don't like TV, but hey, let's check out Powers. It's free on PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4.
I just see with that, you know, I wish Microsoft would have held to their guns. You know, the TV stuff I thought was awesome. You know, I
thought that they could have had their own like G4 TV type deal. You know, talk about games, and they do have like that game chat, which is pretty funny.
Well, that would be a lot better. Game chat's not bad, but like you said, if they actually stuck to their guns and had an Xbox channel.
I thought they would, because if you remember at E3 2013, they had all the G4 people doing the post game and pre-interviews and shit. It was like Kevin Pereira, Morgan Webb, Jessica Chobot. They had the whole group.
But even the Xbox original content, like the show Powers, you know, they have their own shows for the Xbox. Would have been dope, but they got so like panic mode when they didn't get the warm reception. Sony backed out of the whole DRM thing, so they made them look publicly. They backed out.
Yeah, they make them look like dicks.
Yeah, I know third parties probably kicking Sony ass, like, you motherfuckers. Like, just like I'm just being real, like that used games. And again, it wasn't that you couldn't trade your games. That's not. Let's be clear. That is that when you did trade your games in, is that the developers, GameStop was forced to give the developers a portion. You know what I mean? They would, you would, because you would put the game in one time, it would save to your hard drive and it'd be on a database. And when you trade the game in, they log into the database, they take the game from your account. That's why you had to check in every 24 hours, because you could have traded the game in and still been, and just take your console offline and still be playing that game. So that's.
I thought the better way to do that would have been, whenever you get a new game, you had to go online specifically just to update that game. And then once that happens, because eventually you're gonna have to put in a new game.
That's smart.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to need a new game, and then it's gonna have to go online for that. Because the interesting thing is, nobody's bitching about Destiny being always online, or Titanfall, or The Division, or any of these games. And PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus, those are all DM.
PlayStation Bin.
And off that terrible network. God.
But that would have been smart. I didn't think about that crap. But every time you get it, you were forced to update it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That way, that eliminates the whole 24-hour check-in. Just whenever you get a new game, boom, you're gonna have to, it's gonna have to authenticate it and then like update or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because let's face it, 95% of people who have these new consoles have internet.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like I said, we don't have to. Who the hell buys a next generation console and got the internet? Like that's like who the hell? Like not saying people in America don't have the internet, but the internet is like just taking over the newspaper. People get their news now more from the internet than they do the actual newspapers. But like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day, man. We have anything else yet, Tackle? You want to open it up to questions?
Oh well, yeah, we got MLB The Show 14 gets shut down.
Now, in all fairness, now I don't know, but when NBA 2K15 dropped, did 2K cut off the service for 2K14?
Yeah, it took 18 months though. That was on. They're gonna shut off, I think, the show on PS4, which came out later than the PS3 version. I think it ends up being like just under a year, or maybe just a year that the game was online.
Oh, wait. See, I'm just being fair. I never, when I get a new sports title, I don't play the old one anyway. So we take 2K for example. So when the 2K15 comes out, 2K14 still has online service stuff.
It does for a little while.
It does for a while, yeah.
Oh wow! And so, but Sony said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, well, basically what it does is it forces you to buy the latest version.
Yeah,
because that's shot. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen over the off season. So if you're a baseball fan, just like in football, you don't want to find out you don't get this year's draft picks or whatever. Guys coming up from AAA ball. It's another money grab for Sony, man. But nobody cares. That's all right. The media's cool with it.
Hey, I did it. You know what was funny was somebody tweeted or retweeted a Ryan McCafferty tweet where he actually called it a dick move. He has me blocked, but someone retweeted it and ended up on my timeline. And you know what? He has me blocked all because I mentioned how he said maybe he shouldn't have told Phil Spencer that the PS4 was a monster. You know what I mean? I was like,
oh, that's the guy like Shaggy, right?
Yeah. He does look like Shaggy.
Ah man! Now every time I'm gonna hear that theme song every time I see him on there. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I got some work to do now.
You count on me.
But that's why he blocked me. Sort of like how Grumpy Uncle Pete blocked you, Mooch.
Yeah.
He blocked me, dude.
Yeah, he blocked me, but then I actually was talking to another IGN person, and I literally said this to him. I said, well, why don't you tell Ryan to unblock me? Because he's a tree hugger. He's one of these guys that, like, listen, I don't care if we're talking about Coke or Pepsi, Ford or Chevy. I don't give a shit what we're talking about. You always choose a side, and he's just one of those tree huggers. That's why the only problem with this guy is he sits there and he's the host of an Xbox podcast, and he's just too goddamn friendly to Sony, like too much.
Well, the thing is, the whole podcast unlocked thing, right? It's one of the guys is one of the PlayStation blog writers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The show's a joke.
But isn't Ryan McCaffrey? Didn't he come from the Xbox magazine?
He used to be on the Xbox. He was from the official Xbox magazine.
Yeah,
Xbox used to have a show. Yeah, and the Xbox 360 used to have a show with him, right? And he used to be on there, and it was okay. But now he's just like, I don't know, like it's something just.
All I can say is you got to pay the bills, man. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it for the cash now, bro.
That's right.
He was,
Sony paying the bills right now. So
I thought he was. Sony ain't paying nobody. They broke But no, I just took it as far as that. But he didn't have a backbone. What's that chubby guy? Greg Miller. What's the other guy name? Or what's the
Colin Moriarty? They left. They have their own thing now.
Yeah, it was some threat to beat him to an inch of his life. That's why he's all the time. Like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, that guy, man, he got the wrong Xbox dude up there. Not saying you had to be, how you say, what's the word I'm looking for? Not that you have to be confrontational, when defending, but that guy just didn't stand up for shit. Like, but no matter what, Sony had the better E3 year. So
he's a floppy cock, is what he is. He's no good.
Floppy cock. So my cock. What's that guy's name again? What's his name? Ryan McCafferty.
Ryan McCafferty. Yeah.
Suck my cock.
Hey, dude, why you always talking about dicks and stuff next gen?
Shut up.
Why you guys always bashing other YouTubers, man? Bring the community together. Come on, man.
Suck my cock.
Kumbaya.
Suck this kumbaya cock. Shut up.
No, that's the latest YouTube thing, guys. Kumbaya.
Yeah, hey, man, it is what it is, man. But listen here, man. Big game of small talk. We ain't going nowhere, man. We here. We do it for y'all. We appreciate it, man. Shout out to the 145 people watching us live. We appreciate it, man. I realize without you guys, we don't have a voice. And thank you for giving us a voice within this community.
Hey, I got something non-gaming related, but kind of gaming related. There's this Dead Rising movie that's out right now on Xbox, on Crackle. It's free. They did a Dead Rising movie. It just came out. It's going to be on the other platforms in a week, but it's like the first week it's exclusive to Xbox.
You got to get Crackle, though?
Well, you just download it. It's free. Okay. Yeah, it's free. And, I mean, it has some commercials in there, but they're all Xbox commercials. It's like a Rise commercial, a Surface Pro commercial.
What is it? Is it TV? What is Crackle?
Crackle is like it shows movies and TVs, but it's free. Yeah, but it's not as good. It's not as good, but it's an original movie, right? And here's the funny thing: Sony Pictures made the movie. It's based off the Dead Rising game, but there's like an Xbox One in there, and they're playing Dead Rising 3, and there's a lot of Easter eggs if you're a fan of the series in the game, and it's actually really well done. I usually hate these type of movies, but I thought it was really well done.
The comedian they got's great though, man. He's fun.
Rob Riggle was funny as hell in that movie.
Rob Riggle does all the Fox. He does all the Fox. He took over for Caliendo when.
He plays Frank West from the first. From the first Dead Rising. So they actually take the events of the Dead Rising games and they're part of it, but the history. And so they're interviewing him on this show, and he's really funny. He's just like, man. And she's like, so what's happened? And he's like, basically, they're fucked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
commercials on the Xbox. Let me ask you guys a question. Because I've never been a big Dead Rising fan. I just thought it was silly as hell.
I mean, it is kind of silly. You make goofy shit, but I thought it's okay. I like it. It's
not because those like to me. I just always thought it was a silly ass game. I thought it should have been more of a horror, more serious tone. Do you think we can use another Dead Rising game?
I heard that Microsoft was and them. I heard last year that Microsoft and Capcom were already in talks to get Dead Rising 4 out.
Yeah, Dead Rising would be good, but I do have to agree with Next Gen. Here's what I would tweak about it. You know how you play the game and you've got all of the materials to create and craft are laying all over the place? Like there's a million parking cones, a million cans all over the floor. Like, get rid of that shit. Make it more like Dying Light. I'm trying 1,000 out of 1,000 this achievement on Dying Light. Dying Light's a great game. I like it where you got to go out and search and find the components. If they want to keep the story semi-joke, that's fine. I can deal with that.
There's a dildo shooting gun in that game, man. Come on.
Like you're driving down the street and there's a million of the useless things to pick up. Like, get rid of all the junk and make it a little bit more. Make the fetch quest. It can be corny, but just make the fetch quest a little bit more in depth. I don't know. I guess that's wrong.
I thought the third one, which was the best one in my opinion, because there's no time limit.
Right.
I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was the best one. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I love it. I mean, I was going back and playing through a little bit of it again, but I thought the funny thing was that, they actually made it a little bit more mature than the previous ones.
Right.
I mean, some of the boss fights are crazy. Like, you fight that fat lady on the scooter and stuff in the in the buffet. Like, that's funny. Or you fight, like, the dominatrix or whatever who's trying to, like, get you with the strap on. But I think it was... I thought that those parts were funny as hell, and overall, though, it had a little bit more darker tone than the previous games, and I enjoyed it.
And
it sold pretty well.
I didn't even give it a try.
Yeah,
it sold pretty well, over 1 million.
Yeah,
within the first 3 months.
It made enough money to justify Microsoft and Capcom sitting back down at the table again, for sure.
Yeah, well, Capcom doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? If they're willing to deal with Sony on something, they should deal with Microsoft.
That Street Fighter deal with a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. suck my cock.
It's only gonna have what, like 8 or 12 fighters or something. It's not gonna have a lot of.
Yeah, it's not getting how you say, a big what do you call it?
A big budget.
Well, yeah, that too. I thought Sony didn't put that much money up for that game. I was listening to the thing. They didn't go all out, but like I said, it is what it is. You know, Phil Spencer said he was going to make it up to us. So I think NFL 2K16 will be making it up. That's huge, man.
You know what though? Hey, I wanted to talk just for a second about Kojima leaving Konami.
Oh yes, sir.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Hey, apparently, I think that's good. But the funny thing, the funny thing is the rumor originally said he wasn't going to leave till after Metal Gear Solid 5 launched, right? But he's already gone.
He's already now.
Yeah, they took his name. They took his name off everything, dude.
Mm.
And so he's officially off of the Silent Hills thing too.
Him and his biased ass. He's awful, man. He got on stage with Microsoft. That must have been a nice. That check must have still been wet because he can't stand the Xbox. He hates
Americans. Let's just be honest.
Americans. He does.
Americans.
And Phil was smart. Phil would snatch him up, give him his own studio. You know, it's probably American as all hell.
He won't live over here, dude.
Hey, you know what sucks is he doesn't own the IP. Like, I enjoyed Metal Gear back in the day. Oh, hey, shout out Jay Williams too because he's the graphic guy. If you guys like
Jay Williams.
Yeah, if you guys like how our little icons are, it's really uniform and nice. That's Jay Williams, man. He's in the comment section. He does graphic work. He's done some stuff for Iron Wolf. He's very affordable. He'll work with you. Just tell him you heard about him from Big Gamer Small Talk.
Yeah, he does that.
The official graphics guy of Big Gamer Small Talk. So
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Williams.
Jay Williams. Good man, man.
Jay to the Williams.
Oh yeah.
Yo, listen, he got a black name. Ain't Jay Williams white?
yeah, he's white, dude.
His name is His name is Jamal Williams.
He's a white gentleman.
His name is Jamal. Jamal Williams.
Hey, if you guys have any questions, you can ask them or call up on Skype because, Big Gamer Small Talk has been taking Skype calls for months now. And
hey, hold on, I read in the comment section they said One Stop is doing it too.
One Stop is sitting his little ashy ass down somewhere before he get his light taking calls.
Oh man!
Hey, One Stop, go sit your dusty ass down.
I wonder if he answers the cards.
Hey man, hey, you know you're about to get him to do another 11-minute video crying and carrying on. Why do you even want to go there next gen? Why do you even want to go there?
One Stop like a human.
I ain't even say that. She got to hear all this crying and carrying on.
Hey,
I ain't even say that.
You guys are talking about the true voice of the Xbox community.
Hey yo.
The crybaby gamer, man. That's what I call him, man. Dude cry a lot, man. That's not what I'm saying.
Yo, dirty motherfucker, the human squeegee, man. Dirty as hell. Like he watch him in mop water. Dirty motherfucker, your skinny ass down somewhere. Somebody taking calls live. You get your dusty ass out here. You roach face motherfucker.
But if that's true, he doing that, man.
Yo,
hey, it's always good to nibble on it.
Wait, hold on. I want to say this. I will give him credit for his little show that he did.
Oh yeah, that award show was nice, man. That award show he did.
Yeah.
That was slick. That took some editing right there, boy.
Yeah, but nice, man. You see that little ass arm in his arm, little as hell, man. Look at that little ass microphone arm, little motherfucker, man. Especially get your ass and roll like beat the shit out you. Sit your ass down somewhere, little stiff motherfucker.
Nah, but his award show was nice though. I enjoyed the commercial, all that little stuff, man. He did a lot of good stuff in there.
You guys can call in Zaire720.
Oh yeah, if you got any questions, yeah, we make sure my Skype is up.
Or if you don't have Skype, you can write the questions in the comment section.
Yeah, you got any questions for the show? Let me refresh the page. You guys refresh the page also. I got some shit I got to prove. Let me see. One Stop. Dirty ass. Let me see. Top comments.
Oh, he says his name's Billy Williams. Billy J. Williams. That's
what if
Billy D.
Billy D. Williams. Billy J. Williams.
Billy J.
Okay, Konami been scamming for me and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Wait, let's move over those. Well, otherwise, about gamer will commit suicide. Okay. From Jim Tenner, he puts, let's hope Bloodborne does well. Otherwise, Hip Hop Gamer will commit suicide. But one game doesn't make up for a mediocre library. I thought PS4 was the new PS2.
Well, PS4 is the PS2 in terms of sales, but the games are horrid, just bad.
Yeah. Christopher White, any new details about the Joe Montana game? I keep reading conflicting rumors about whether the NFL will, Microsoft will get the license or not. Like I just heard again today, Christopher White, if you're watching live still, that the reason why that we did see some generic jerseys and stuff, but they're gonna save the big NFL license, on stage for E3 is what I'm hearing. But we should see come E3. I hope so, Mr. Cross your fingers, man. If it is the case, I will be running an NFL 2K Joe Montana 16 season or something we can do online, and probably the winner that wins the Super Bowl will get $100 or something to have fun with it. Yeah, I hope so. We got here. What else we got here?
Hold on. Here we go. HL Raymond says, what do you think was Dry Club's downfall?
The game wasn't fun and bad servers. It wasn't a good game.
Yeah, they bit off more than they could chew with that game for sure.
Damn, yeah. I just don't. I just don't think the game was that well. From what I read, like I said, the races got boring real quick. But one thing about Forza Horizon, there's a lot of different races you can do, especially online. A lot of different stuff to do. In the game, it launched. It was broke. You couldn't get online.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Forza Horizon 2, the Fast and Furious expansion comes out next week. 1,000 gamer score.
Yes, it's free.
You don't even need the game. It's free for the first week, and you keep it if you get it within the first week. Otherwise, it's $10. You can get it on 360 or Xbox One. 1,000 gamer score. It's got all the cars from like the Fast Furious movies and stuff like that.
Yo, go back real quick to what Zaire was just saying about PlayStation games not being fun. Here's the thing. I was telling Zaire last night, I was watching a Twitch of Bloodborne yesterday, the actual gameplay. And hear me out, guys. Now, they're going to be able to have an alibi for Bloodborne, and they're going to be able to say, well, that's just the way Dark Souls was, so that's the way Dark Souls is. This is the third game in a row, okay? Third Sony IP in a row where it comes out, and they've got 3 or 4 NPCs on screen, and just this big open-looking world with nothing in front of you. Nothing, no enemies, 3 people, and you take a slab at them, you move back, and now I already wrote it yesterday on Twitter, and everybody's already attacking me. They're like, that's how Souls is. Souls is like that. That's how the game is played. Well, that's not how Infamous was played. That's not how The Order was played. This is another game coming out this week where you got you just walking around and you got 3 dudes on screen to fight. Then you walk 10 minutes and then you fight 3 people. And man, I tell you that it's not hate. I am not hating. I'm just looking. I'm using my eyes.
Hater.
Hater. Yo, man, people wonder why the games aren't doing well. The proof's in the pudding, man. Just open your eyes. There's nothing going on. How can you say it's fun? I just beat Sunset Overdrive again, and I went through it, getting other shit, different collectibles. There's so much shit to do in that game. Like, there's so much shit to do. There's so much shit on screen. I don't know where to look. Left, right, up, down. I'm all over the place.
Hey, crap! You forgot what you was gonna do. Hold we go. We're gonna Blazing Phoenix. Hold on.
Keep it Xbox.
Keep it Xbox.
Keep it Xbox.
Blazing Phoenix, what's up, bro?
Keep it American. Keep it American.
What's going on, bro? You live on it. What's your question for the show today?
All right, my question is, if you could bring back 6 OG Xbox games on the Xbox One, what would you pick? And do you think the Gears of War collection is going to come out at E3, but they're just going to change the name? Because this is gold. They got to make it.
Oh, okay. How many of us on the show today?
There's 4 of us.
4 of us.
All right. And so what about we do? We go around. So we all pick one game, and then we go around, and we can answer the last Gears question. All right. Okay. I go first. If I had to pick one OG Xbox One game, I would bring back Jade Empire. Who's next?
I'll pick The Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee.
Okay, 2. Crap, what do you got?
I would go Conquer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Conquer is the game I would pick. I don't know. It's hard for me to go back that far. It's like if you told me to bring back an NES game. I don't even think Conquer would probably be the best game to bring back.
I mean, Brothers was good too. You know what I'm saying? And so was Voodoo Vince.
Okay,
And,
we got four. Hold up, we got four. I would say, you know what would be epic for Microsoft to bring back? Advent Rising. That's 5.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a trilogy.
I know the company went out of business, but just went belly up.
Yeah.
I
think we will get a Gears collection, but it won't be called Marcus
Phoenix.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. There you go. I have a question here on. We should talk about it. This is a good topic. I got a question here on Skype from Charlemagne Mark. He said, "Can you guys talk about the survey that GameSpot did about how gamers couldn't tell the difference between PC, PS4, and Xbox One?"
Answer that.
Hey, Frost, hold on for 1 second, Frost, before you say anything. He said that we talk about how GameSpot did a survey of how gamers couldn't tell the difference between PC, PS4, and Xbox One games. You guys hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, and it's clear. I have a PS4 and an Xbox One. You can't tell the difference between any of those goddamn games.
Yeah, I guess so. That lets you know that whole resolution thing.
That's all hype and
Hey, me and Warrior were talking about this on Twitter earlier today. It's all blast processing from the Genesis days. How they tried to say, "Hey, we've got blast processing. It's better than the Super Nintendo. It's so fast. It's more powerful." Right? That's all it is. It's just this bullshit hype. You know what I'm saying? It's PR. It's nonsense.
Yeah, like I said, even with the Battlefield thing, who the fuck? If Battlefield was 900p, 900p on the PS4, who the fuck has a 900p TV? Like seriously, it's gonna be upscale. So both the Xbox One, especially the Xbox One, has a second to none upscaler. It's dope shit, but it is what it is, man.
Calling up.
Yeah, I guess me calling back get him back. I got a whole bunch of questions on this motherfucker. Let me get one out the hang up.
That's because we're for the gamers.
Okay, alright. Shout out to Michael Thompson. He always got something positive to say. He said, "Before it's too late, make sure you pray to God, ask Jesus to forgive you for all your sins and save your soul, because hell is far worse than any jail or prison made by human hands. God bless." Oh, and by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if Next Gen 720 walked into a store and was recognized from YouTube, because I'm from Buffalo, New York, and if me and my wife saw him in the mall, we both would know who he is. I check your channel every day, Next Gen. You have fans. We have not, because we ask not, and real men pray. Thank God bless. Okay. Bro, I'll say it like this. I don't have any fans. I just have supporters, and I rock out with those that rock out with me. And I'm just something that I can say, like, I'm no celebrity. And I do appreciate all the support you guys give us, the show, all of our channels, and the live stream. Like I said, I appreciate it, and I never take that for granted. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Hey, here's a question from Insane XLV. Do you guys enjoy late night cooking like John Doe?
Do we what?
Do we enjoy late night cooking?
Well, late night, usually I'm climbing through someone's grandmother's window, still in her panties. Suck my God. I'm not a chef, bro. I don't cook, man. I'm horrible in the kitchen, man. I can make like 3 things: waffles, toast, and grilled cheese. That's it.
Damn, man.
I'm horrible. Okay, here's the Tadpole. What's going on, Tadpole? Do you have a question for the show?
I have a question.
Oh, shit.
When are you boys going to do what's necessary?
Huh?
When are you going to start hunting ponies like the...
Hey, not until all the stable is dead and buried. We gonna keep putting boot to hooves.
Don't do anything that's necessary. You gotta start taking action.
Well, for sure, man. Listen here, man. Jeez. Hey, Tadpole, that was some funny shit. That's epic, man.
Hey, that's the guy. That's the guy that said he was gonna throw a trash bag of shit on fire.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, we got some weirdos in here, but it's all love. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, Mandel? Hello, Mandel. You're
Mandel.
loud, man.
Man down.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, I just want to address this PC, Xbox, PS4 parity comparison graphic garbage that everybody be talking about.
Okay.
First of all, if you've ever played a PC game, if you have a monitor that's worth its salt, maybe like a PB27 or a PB28, which they put out 2560 by 1400, and the other one put out like 320 by 1600. If you have a monitor like that, and you have a graphics card that can put out that graphic, ability, there is no comparison between PC and these consoles. These consoles can only put out 1080.
You know what the question is, though?
Tell them that monitor's $1,000.
Hey, Mandel, here's the thing, though. Most, and this is, I can tell that you must be a PC gamer, which is cool.
No, I have an Xbox. I'm an Xbox.
Okay, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I've been an Xbox guy.
It's cool. It's cool,
What
bro.
I'm
It's
saying
cool.
is that this PC stuff
Bro,
about
just let me finish. Just let me finish.
Xbox, you can't compare it.
Bro, just let me finish. All right. This is coming from from Steam. They did a survey. They know what specs. And most PC owners, graphics, their rigs are weaker than the Wii U. And this is coming from Steam. So most people, what you expect are some high specs, but the average, look at Bond. We all know him as being a PC leader. He had a 560 Ti for 10 years.
Like this. Just like you have people out here that call themselves gamers and all they play is sports games.
Okay.
You have PC guys out here that call themselves PC gamers.
Okay.
And they don't have the rig to say they're a PC gamer. I'm not one of these cats that, say like, I'm an elite, PC master race. I'm not that kid. I'm not that guy at all. But I tell you what is that when the PlayStation, when the Xbox 360 came out, and everybody was talking about the 720p graphics, us PC guys already had 1080p years before that. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so you are a PC guy.
You can't compare these consoles, and yes, us elite PC guys do have to spend a lot more money. But
I just asked you. I said I could tell that you were.
Have a graphic conversation, a conversation about graphics. There's no comparison between
here's the thing.
a bona fide PC and a console.
But I just asked you. You just said you was. I just asked you. I can tell by you that you're a PC dude. But
I am.
Okay, but let me tell you something. Okay, but listen. You do realize that you are a rare breed. Prime example. When Blu-ray came out, that was the hottest thing, right? Blu-ray and HD DVDs, right?
When Blu-ray came out, I had HD DVDs.
Okay, fine. Just send me out. And I just bought my grandmother a new TV. She couldn't tell the difference between a DVD and a Blu-ray, brother. You understand that?
Well, let's say, how old is your grandmother?
I'm just, hey, man, her eyes work, bro. She's 2020.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, most people, like you said, most people, they you may pay attention to that level of detail. Most people can't, bro. Prime example. The media let you believe that the PS4 is so much more powerful than the Xbox One. I hold both consoles. I am a consumer before anything. And if games look at 50% better on my PlayStation 4, guess what? I will buy them on my PlayStation 4.
I agree with that because you can't tell, the human eye can't tell the difference between 1080 or 900p, 1080p. Hell, the human eye can barely tell the difference.
So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between?
There's a big difference between 2560 and 1440.
Okay, but most
are you getting all that? Are you getting all that for $350 though?
No, of course you're not getting that.
Oh no, okay.
That's the whole point.
Thanks.
That's the whole point.
Let's move along, guys. Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, we can't hold you. We can't hold you all day, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This isn't it isn't debate with Big Gamer Small Talk. It's let's call in and chat and ask a question and get the hell out. Damn.
Oh shit! I think I fucked up. I called the wrong guy back. Hold up, my shit went blank.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
That's what I was trying to say. When he was giving the stuff on that's a $1,000 monitor.
Yeah, PC dudes always do that, man. We talking about
$350
box, man, which was $500 out of the gate. But come on, y'all.
All right.
Lower your expectations a little bit.
All right.
Crab moved that right along.
My screen. This guy that gave me a virus. My screen and shit done froze. You got me, y'all. Seriously, man, you sit here.
Hey, here's a question from Jabari2004. He says, "Do you guys think that Xbox is going to just body Sony like I do for at least the next 2 years? Microsoft has enough games already announced to just kill Sony as of right now. As far as AAA titles goes, there's Halo 5, Tomb Raider, Forza 6, Fable Legends. Even if they push past Break and Scalebound and Crackdown, and he didn't even mention Battletoads or Rare's new game and Phantom Dust." He's like, so he's basically asking if we think Microsoft is gonna. I think Microsoft is gonna beat Sony as far as the games go, but I think that they still have that that hatred for whatever reason. People just hate for no reason. I think.
You notice something. If you watch the E3, it was a lot of them dang on haters sitting in there in the dang on audience, man, because. I don't know. It just felt weird. Even when he was announcing games, they were sitting here just looking like, just no response, nothing.
Hey, crap! Let me show. Did you watch it in 2560p or was it 1440p?
I don't care what P it was. We was all in a call together, so it didn't matter. We was doing a live show.
All right, I got another call here live. I'm gonna introduce myself. Luis Perez. Luis Perez, you there? This is who from Twitter?
One Nestor. It's Nestor PR.
Oh, yo.
Oh, it's Nestor.
What's up, bro? Nestor.
What's up, Nestor? What's going on, Nestor? Nestor? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing great, bro. Good job, man. I am a big supporter of your show. Keep doing the great work. And also, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What game do you think is the big surprise for E3 this year? Thank you, bro.
What big game? I think the big game. I think to me the big game is going to be Joe Montana NFL 2K16. That's my big game.
I think it's going to be one of the rare games. I think they're going to. I mean, I think the NFL game is going to be one too, but I think possibly the rare games or the Gears collection could be pretty big too. I want to be surprised this year. Last year we all knew the surprises beforehand.
Yeah.
Hell, we did a podcast, if you look back, about how it was going to be Halo Journey and it was going to be all the Halo games, right?
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't confirmed, we had that guessed out. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's the Gears. I'm hoping it's Gears too. I want that collection. I want
to be surprised with a few things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's how you ask a question, though. You get in, ask a question, and jump out.
Okay. We got one more question here from Mr. Muhammad. What's going on, Muhammad?
What's up? The Xbox. And I am an Xbox.
Okay, the Xbox. The Xbox is the best spot, and you're a proud Xbox. Okay. You got a question for the show today, good brother? Oh, that was his question. That was his statement. He hung up. All right, then.
Hey. Elvis left the building.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad. If you guys want to answer here, if not, we can get a buy here today. It's been a good. This is a good ass show today, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were rolling today, man. We were on.
Yeah, like I said, we thank you guys for watching us live, man. All you guys are tuned in live. Thank you, we'll crack with this shit. That black fella shit was funny shit.
The black fella.
What do you say, African American? What do you say?
No, the black fella.
I said black gentleman, but yeah.
Black gentleman. But anyway, we'll see you guys next week. The Big Game and Small Talk podcast, man. Thank you guys for tuning in live. We out of here. Bang, bang.
For the fans, by the fans.
Before the fans, by the fans, and if your grandmother got a fat ass, suck my cock.